Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. GLC finds Isaac Buchanan guilty of professional misconduct relating to 2025 cartel comments. The disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel GLC has found attorney-at-law Isaac Buchanan guilty of professional misconduct. The Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, had brought the matter before the GLC after comments made by Isaac Buchanan in November 2020 in relation to her office's handling of the case involving imprisoned and detained Vibes cartel. Attorney-at-law Andre Earl represented the office of the DPP at the GLC hearing.
The ruling, which is contained in a decision which they say is 33 pages, which has not yet been read by me, says that based on what it is that the chairman said today, that the panel found Mr. Buchanan guilty of breaching Canon 1B of the Canon of Legal and Professional Ethics for the profession. Canon 1B says, an attorney shall at all times maintain the honor and dignity of the profession and shall abstain from behavior which may tend to discredit the profession of which he is a member.
Price retains desire to serve Jamaica and the PNP despite chairmanship defeat. Deputy spokesperson information for the People's National Party PNP and recent losing aspirant for chairman of the party Raymond Price says losses will not deter him from the desire to serve his party or country. In an interview, Mr. Price explained his determination to offer himself for positions at the party and the national level has been done to not simply seek titles. He says his commitment and competency cannot be challenged and he remains undaunted in his pursuits.
My offer as chairman was to confirm that these attributes I bring are not episodic, but can be sustained over the long haul. So for those who believe that by my offers for different posts within the People's National Party would somehow cause me to be forlorn or otherwise subdued about my role in the party, my track record in the party, or my willingness to offer through politics service for the betterment of my country, are not acquainted as I am with the internal systems in the party, nor with my overall intention to be a part of the process through politics that has Jamaica achieving the targets that we all believe we want, or rather, the targets that we all celebrate in the countries we love to love. The two things are not mutually exclusive. And I've never been the type of person that without a title won't serve. I've offered to serve in the roles that come with titles, and there's nothing wrong with that. All organizations are peopled by persons with talent and ambition, and I am a talented person with ambition to get my party into Jamaica House as quickly as possible.
Strong security at Ian Fleming's assisted in $1,000 pawn cocaine boss, AAJ CEO stated. President and CEO of the Airports Authority of Jamaica, AAJ, Audie Diedrich, says high level of security at the Ian Fleming International Airport in Boscobel, St. Mary, assisted in the seizure of over 1,000 pounds of cocaine last Friday. The drug have a street value of over $3 billion. The Narcotics Division, the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, as well as law enforcement from the United States and Canada, participated in the operation. Diedrich says the St. Mary-based airport follows its international regulatory standards.
The Ian Fleming International Airport is an international airport. Similar to Sangster International and the Norman Manley International Airport, there are international regulatory standards that has to be in place and maintained, both for security, safety, and passenger facilitation. And so Ian Fleming was known different in terms of its preparedness and outlay of these types of facilities to maintain its international status. I don't want to use this incident to be a cloud of doubt over the Ian Fleming International Airport in its quality and capacity to service as an international airport, including to destinations such as the United States that has special security requirements that are administered by the TSA of the United States. And in fact, as part of this, American Airlines planned launch. The TSA has already been at Ian Fleming to do their usual vetting of the facility to facilitate the launch of the service into the United States. That said, I cannot speak specifically to the incident itself. As you can well appreciate, it's a security force coordinated operation, and it's one that is still, I believe, under some sort of, investigation.
NWA caution as flash flood warning remains in effect for some parishes. The National Works Agency NWA is urging persons to be cautious when navigating areas prone to flooding. This as a flash flood warning remains in effect for some parishes. Following heavy rainfall on September 30th, low-lying and flood-prone areas of St. Mary, Portland, St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, Clarendon and Manchester have been placed under the warning until 5 p.m. on October 1. Speaking with reporters, Communication and Customer Service Manager at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, said, while there has been no report of flooding, pedestrians and motorists should still exercise caution. He further stated that the Bagwalk Gorge in St. Catherine, which was closed due to flooding, has been reopened.
We have not had any reports today, but of course the Met Office has issued an advisory indicating that there is the likelihood of more flooding up to 5 o'clock today. And so we really have to be vigilant, and we want to urge our motoring public and pedestrians alike to be extremely vigilant in using corridors, especially those that have been an issue since the last couple of weeks, either through flooding or landslide or whatever it is. That corridor is once again open, and it's open to vehicular traffic, so persons can use that particular corridor. Teams from the NWA continue to work and monitor situations right across the country. We are going to be giving particular attention to some sections of Clarendon in the north, as well as the road between Southwark Turn and Maypen. That was the scene of flash flooding yesterday, when we understand that several vehicles were caught in a heavy downpour that was experienced in that part of the country. And so the instructions have been given for some drain cleaning activities to be undertaken in some of those areas, so that we can try and mitigate the incidence of flooding in those areas.
NWA to erect temporary barrier along roadway in Golden Grove following breakaway. The National Works Agency has deployed team to erect a temporary barrier in Golden Grove, St. Anne, along a section of the Green Park to Monique Roadway following a breakaway due to heavy rains. Communication Manager at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, said the road was reduced to single-lane access. He further stated that over in Trelawney, several roadways have been impacted by flooding. These include Wakefield to Friendship, Falmouth to Springfield to Granville Drain, and Wakefield to Gales Valley. Mr. Shaw says the NWA continues to monitor the situation in southern parishes.
St. Anne is also having its fair share of heavy rains. We have a problem on the Monique to Golden Grove corridor, that a section of which has been reduced due to a failing retaining structure along that particular corridor. And so persons are being advised to exercise caution in using the road from Monique to Golden Grove at this time. The heavy rains are resulting from the trough that we had been advised about by the Met Office. They are impacting communities in the parishes of Trelawney. So in Trelawney, for example, on the northern side of the parish is where we're experiencing heavy rainfall. And so we want to again urge persons who have been impacted over the last 24 hours, 48 hours to be very vigilant as they go about, because there is a likelihood of floodwaters impacting them once more based on the levels of rainfall that we're seeing. We continue our cleaning and clearing of critical drains in the parish of Clarendon, and this effort that we have embarked on since today. We are focusing on areas in the north where we have had significant challenges over the last week.
Security guard charged for breaking a shop in St. Catherine. The police have charged 69-year-old security guard Ron Forbes in connection with a break-in at a business along Newlands Road in Portmore, St. Catherine. Forbes, who is from New Lands Road address, was charged on Friday with shop breaking and larceny. His court date is being finalized. The alleged incident happened on Sunday, September 25th. Reports from the Portmore police are that about 8 a.m., the complainant was alerted by his security system that his establishment was being broken into by Forbes. The police say several bags of chicken parts and saltfish with an estimated value of $100,000 were stolen from a refrigerator. On Friday, September 30, Forbes was taken into custody and subsequently charged. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.